Protoss in this matchup. Effort, I don't know what happened, but he can't figure out ZVP. And unfortunately for him, Trap knows what's up. Actually, I don't know what Trap's record is, but let's have a look. Trap is in fact, I know overall he's got a disgustingly good record. But yeah, I mean, Effort's ZVZ and ZVT are quite good. You know, he beat players like DRG and Gumiho in WCS. But as I said, his EVP not so great. Trap on the other hand, look at this, 18-6 overall. That is a 75% win rate. That's right, I did just do math in my head. Booyah! Asian Blood for the win. 10-5 in StarCraft 2, 5-2 in PvZ. So this is gonna be a little bit tricky for Effort. But I mean, the thing is, all right, even if Trap wins, CJ can still win the next game and take it. Like, STX has to win the next 3 games in a row if they want to win the series, which is going to be slightly difficult, to say the least. Alright. Going into the game, at the bottom right is the red Zerg. We have the alien himself, Effort, who's decided to come back from fiddling with the Curiosity rover thingamajig and play a game of StarCraft. Oh my god, Esports TV is loading. What? Oh wait, never mind. Man, Esports TV is supposed to be like the most, is always my most reliable stream. Anyway, Trap will be the Protoss in the top right. So we are on Entombed Valley, which also doesn't really help Effort out here. Not the best map for ZVP. Third is very easy to take for the Protoss, and the fourth is a little bit more open. The STX coach is like, why are my players so bad? Mr. Assistant Coach, can you please explain this to me? The assistant coach just tells him, go back to Reddit if you want QQ. So, woo! Yeah, nice haircut, dude. That dude was totally just explaining to his girlfriend like what the hell StarCraft even is. She just came with him and she just has no idea what's going on the screen. He's like, alright, baby, those are probes. They're really, really good. Just make those. She's like, alright. Was that a temple? No, he's on 15. What am I talking about? I didn't see the second Overlord though. Oh no, there it is. It's on the minimap. Okay, never mind. I wasn't paying attention. Too busy making up stupid stories. So it looks like it was a 14 or 15 pool. And then he wants to make that hatchery there, but the probe's going to try and block it a little bit. And we do have the Forge first from our Protoss 2. Looks like he's going to try and wall across the wide ramp there. The way that pylon position, he's not going to do like the wall from the wall to his narrow ramp. He's actually going to wall the whole thing. CJ Entasu. EJ Entasu. Yep, there we go. Second pylon part of the wall. It's going to stick a gateway between the Forge and the pylon, and then stick a cybernetics core above that, and he'll be good to go. Put a cannon first, as you can see, just for safety. So that probe's still alive. It will be able to go over to the third base and block that as well. Although actually it looks like it's going back to the watchtower for some reason. I don't know why he's not going back to block the third. Look at this, the drone's just going to go right over. I mean, the links are out already, but you can still run the probe around in circles for a little bit. He might be trying to hide it so he can cannon rush later. Yeah, look at that, he's like hiding behind the tree. Ooh, sneaky, sneaky, sneaky. Meanwhile, what is that shooting? Oh, okay, shooting an Overlord. I was like, what is even up there? And here we go, he's going to see the third, and he didn't pull back fast enough to not reveal it. I'm pretty sure Effort saw that. Yeah, he did. So any opportunity to cannon rush is now gone. The Zergling is now chasing that probe, but at least he did see the third, so he knows it's not any kind of crazy two-hatch like Roachling all in or something like that coming his way. And I mean, you know, presumably he didn't really care about cannon rushing anyway, or else he would have been able, you know, not shown the probe there. Just gonna play a standard game here. No reason to cheese. And so, it looks like we have +1 on the way before the core is even done. Very, very fast +1. This could either be for some early +1 Zealot pressure, or you can go for a slightly later, like +2 Blink Stalker timing if you so desire. Or you can just go for a long game and have really good upgrades. There are many possibilities open. Let's see what he does. He's chronoing everything actually. Look at that. The forward to the core and the gateway. Not sure why he needs to chrono the gateway actually. I guess he wants to go for some early Zealot Stalker pressure, but there's already 6 lings on the map. I mean, he's doing it. The Stalker's now like poking the Overlord, but he's not going to get the Overlord. And if he doesn't get the Overlord, I don't really see the point of chronoing the gateway there. He's chronoing the gateway again, actually. He's getting a second Stalker really fast. Okay, no, he's going to go pressure now. Okay, that makes a lot more sense now. I was going to say, like, is he really just chronoing to kill the Overlord? No, he is actually going out and adding 3 more gateways. So this actually is going to be a very, very fast +1 attack here. When those 3 gateways finish, he's going to have 4 warp gates, going to be able to warp in a lot of Zealots here, and Effort will only have Zerglings to deal with it, and of course +1 Zealots do 2-shot non-upgraded lings, although he might lose a Stalker. He needs to keep the Stalker alive! Oh, he needs to keep the Stalker! The Stalker must survive. It's going to start regenerating shields soon. It needs to start getting its shields back. Oh, we got a little bit of shields back, but then it took a hit. Oh, he loses the Stalker. Trap. Trap, you goofed, man. You goofed. You lost the Stalker. Oh, God. And that's actually going to be quite important if you're going for some kind of early timing, some early pressure like this. Losing that initial Stalker is quite bad. But it looks like we do have a Robo actually. It looks like he might do a Warp Prism drop in the main simultaneously while he's going for this attack. But there is the Proxy Pylon by the third. The first Queen is actually under attack here because he did chrono out the second Stalker, remember. So this second Stalker is actually going to let him kill the Queen here, the first Zealot, and the second Stalker. And there's the big Warp in of Zealots here. +1 attack has just now finished. He's getting +1 armor immediately. Of course, with no Twilight Council, he can't get +2, but it doesn't really need it here. No upgrades for Effort. His Roach Warren is about to finish. He's getting just now started Zergling speed. It looks like the Stalker does die, but so does the Spine Crawler, and now another warp in of Stalkers here. It looks like all the drones have been evacuated. He's going to lose a good number of drones there. There's 1 Spine Crawler at the natural, but I'm not sure exactly how much that's going to do against all of these Zealots on the Stalker. It looks like, though, Trap is not going to press the issue at the natural. He's going to go back to the third, finish off the third base. And I have no idea what Effort can do now. It looks like, actually, Immortal is on the way now. Just to deal with the roaches that are about to come up here. It looks like the roaches are out. Actually, he might hold off this attack, saving his third. It looks like he will, in fact. The drone's being pulled back here. Looks like the Stalker's going to try and pick off a couple of these drones, but they do have to pull back because of all the roaches that are coming out. They are just slow roaches, though, so he will be able to escape with all of these units fairly easily. Everything is actually slow. Zergling speed is about to finish, but most of the Zerglings have already died. So Effort managing to get the roaches out in time to defend, but he lost the Queen, he lost a bunch of drones, he lost a bunch of mining time, and while all this was going on, Trap has gotten his third base up. Looks like the Immortal just working away on those destructible rocks now, and if he just walls that off, it's very, very easy for the Protoss to just hold this third base, as you can see. So, those roaches now coming in. Looks like going to actually just finish off the wall here at his natural with that pylon, but it looks like the rocks aren't quite down yet. That third gateway goes down to wall it off, but actually it looks like Trap might be in a little bit of trouble because he wasn't able to get the rocks down in time. If those rocks were down and that Immortal was there, I think he could have held this, but actually now Effort's moving to the third base. Trap could be in trouble here. The Stalkers are backed into a corner, even though there's no roach speed. It doesn't matter. The Immortal just now finishes to take down the rocks. The Stalkers actually managed to run around the side here, do a little circle around the whole third base here, and actually now the roaches are the one that's trapped, but he can actually just run in and kill all the sentries, and that's exactly what he's doing. He's going to kill 2 sentries straight away. No, he doesn't get the second sentry. Is he going to get it? It looks like not quite, but now Lings are actually in the main base. He did a Ling run line to the main. I don't know when this happened, but now drones are finding Lings in the main base. The roaches are going to get taken down, though, but more Lings are flooding in here. There's only a single cannon to stop them, and Trap, who was in such a good position after the opening, has kind of dropped the ball here, not able to defend the counterattack. And he's actually taking so much damage from this, but I don't know. I mean, Effort did lose a lot of units here. He's still making more and more Zerglings. I don't know how effective this is going to be anymore, because now Trap has kind of stabilized. He can re-wall in, and I don't think continued lane aggression is the answer here. But, I mean, Effort, he has invested a lot of his larvae into those lings rather than making those drones. There's the CJ coach looking all nervously. the STX coach has the look of like that, you know, that meme where it's like the cat, it's like do not want or something. The STX coach does not want this horrible play from Trap. That was definitely the do not want face. Or something, I don't know. Anyway. We do have a fourth base on the way for Effort. Of course, it has just started here. Or rather, no, it's just about to finish. But the third base is already up and running for Trap, and he has now stabilized. He's got 3 Immortals, so he'll be safe against you know, a good number of roaches. And so he's got Blink on the way, whereas we have +1 attack and Burrow on the way for Effort. I mean, it seems like we'll actually transition into a fairly standard mid game here. I think Effort, his attack might have done a lot better if he didn't make that additional round of Zerglings at the end there. If those Zerglings had all been drones instead, that would be a lot better for him. Because obviously, you know, those Lings didn't really do too much, the second wave of Lings. And also, it's not like Trap could actually attack him, so he didn't really need those Zerglings. He should have made drones instead, but, you know, it's easy to say in hindsight. Meanwhile, we do have Mutas on the way, 6 Mutas, or 5 Mutas it looks like, along with +1 attack. But we have Hallucination as well for Trap, not something that we see very often anymore. Even though actually at one point, I guess a year or so ago, Hallucination was actually very common in this matchup, just to get like a Phoenix Scout, but haven't seen it too much recently. Of course, there's also those famous games like Huck versus Idra, where it was used. But yeah, I don't know, maybe if it's been used more in games that like other non-Pro League tournaments, but in Pro League it's almost never used. But I feel like even the GSL games I watch and stuff, I don't really see it that much anymore. Anyway, it'll be quite interesting to see what he does with that. There's a number of things you can do. You can make like fake Colossi to like draw Corruptor Fire, or in this case, I mean, look at this. He's got actually no real Colossi. He doesn't have any actually Colossus tech, but if he just hallucinates a few Colossi, he could actually induce Effort into making a bunch of Corruptors that'll actually just be basically useless when the engagement happens. But we do have the Mutalisk in the main base now. It looks like about 8 Mutalisks there in the main. A bunch of Stalkers warped in though. Oh man, and he has a Blink already, managing to pick off a couple of Stalkers. A huge swell of Spine Crawlers at the front though, just to defend the counterattack at the natural, and he's counterattacking with the Roach Ling into the main base here. There's so many Spine Crawlers, but there's a lot of Immortals as well. The Immortals will demolish the Spine Crawlers. There's a lot of Lings to help out. Nice some Blink Micro there. Is that going to be enough Spines? He's making even more Spines here just to defend, because he's sent all his units for a counterattack. Those Immortals can do so much damage, but the Lings doing a great job buffering against the Immortals. The Immortals not very cost effective, or cost efficient I should say, against these Zerglings, but now they're closing with the Spine Crawlers here. He's going to pick off these Spine Crawlers so quickly with the Immortals, and how much damage has the counterattack done? I'm not really sure. How much damage has Effort's attack done? There's another big swell of Zealots going in here for Trap. Trap with the Blink Stalkers in the main. It looks like he has cleaned it up. Effort not paying attention. Effort losing all of the Mutalisks in the natural here. Was not paying attention. Too busy building the Spine Crawlers, and it looks like it's not going to be enough though. He did not have enough Spines. The Roach is coming down to reinforce, but 4 Immortals are still alive. You're going to do an insane amount of damage. Another round of Zealots warped in as well. The drones are doing something. I don't even know. It looks like they're just fleeing to the 4th or something. But Effort is going to lose his natural now. Effort getting taken down by Trap here in this game. Even though it looked good for him for a while there, just cannot hold the mass Immortal push. It looks like Hallucinate will not even get used now because he's completely run out of sentries, but it doesn't even matter. The natural is down, and now he's just going to waltz into the main base here, just going to ignore the 3rd, and there's no defense in the main. Effort's just going to lose all of his tech here. Going to pick off a few of these Stalkers. Nope, not even going to get those because they do blink into the main base, and Effort is just completely dead right now. He's somehow managing to float 100 supply anyway, but that's going to drop pretty quickly, I think. And more importantly, he's just going to lose everything in the main base. So you're going to lose his upgrades, going to lose the tech. He has the Infestation Pit, but no Infestors to be seen. Massing Spine Crawlers here at the 3rd. But even if he masses Spine Crawlers at the 3rd, how's he going to defend his 4th base? Like, he'll just lose the 4th base instead. Looks like the counterattack did do some damage, actually. It took out a lot of probes, but unfortunately, it doesn't really matter at this point. Looks like the Mutant and Ling's going to come in here and try and clean up some of these reinforcements. Nice blink back there, but the Mutas should be able to at least, they're going to pick off the sentries. Are there enough to pick off the Stalkers? There are actually enough to pick off the Stalkers here. Everett's got a good number of Mutas now, but oh, there's the main Stalker force coming back. Oh my god, there's going to be a huge blink. Oh no! He picks off the War Prism, but at the cost of, looks like 2 Mutalisks, and a lot of those, the rest of the Mutas are in the red. But now the main army is moving to the 6 o'clock here. Effort just going to abandon it. And actually, it looks like Trap, no, he's just going to go for this base here. The drone's going to come off the line to fight, but man, Immortals are pretty good against spines. Although, not so good against drones. But no, that's going to be fine. Yep, kills the 6 o'clock and is now just going to take down all of these spines. Easy peasy. And that should be that here. The mutas are actually denying mining at the 3rd here. Trap is actually not really mining that much. So look at that, not very good drone saturation. But who cares about, or sorry, probe saturation. But who cares about that when you're just killing all your opponent's buildings? I think this might actually be an elimination. GG from Effort. Trap with a triumphant grin has taken down the Alien Zerg. Yeah, you're number 1. And Effort just cannot figure this out, man. He's 0-5 now in ZVP. And Trap makes it 1-1. Can STX take it to an ace match? If they take it to an ace match, they could actually win this series. Because Trap is ridiculously good. Like, I think if it goes to ace match, CJ will probably send Hero Join instead of Effort. And we could actually have just a PvP ace match. Which would be kind of, it'll be a little bit silly, but, I mean, I could absolutely see STX taking this if they have somebody good left. Let me actually see who they have left. According to this post, they still have Bogus, Hiva, and Last. I have a feeling it's going to be Hiva or Last, and he's probably going to face Sky High. I have a feeling Sky High is coming out next. It could potentially be Harangi, but I think it's going to be Sky High. I'm gonna say Sky High versus Last is going to be the next.